Alright, so let's try this again. I just ran out of memory in my phone. This is our 5-minute workout, and today what I want us to do is actually sit into a squat position, like a deep squat position, Hindi squat, yoga squat, whatever you want to call it, but it is ass to grass squat. So what we want to do is we want to get our hips down towards our floor, towards our heels or to the floor, and up to you on how you want your feet. So I'm going to say that I like my feet out, and that saves my hips. Otherwise I'm going to grind in my hip and it's not going to be very nice, and I'm going to end up just wearing it away. So for me to have happy hips, I need to turn my feet out. Now that's really up to you to figure that one out, and I just say explore. If you are jamming in that hip when you do turn your feet in and try and squat down, then go and find someone who can help you out to figure out whether that is your structure or whether that's just a functional thing, like, as in we can mobilize it so that it no longer does that. Now I've tried mobilizing this baby and everything, and as much as I can now sit in this Hindi squat, which is really good, because I used to pop out at 10 seconds, so it would have popped out already, it still means that I know that I still need to turn my feet out. Otherwise when I turn it in, I'm just going to jam and it's not going to be nice, and it's going to grind away. And if I have a look at my family, I'll probably have a hip replacement. So I'm going to start the time. So if you're sitting down with me, start the time. Now if you're finding it hard to get into this position, look, you can always sit up against the wall. So you have your back up against the wall and then you slide down it. You get your feet as close to the wall as you can, and then you get your bum as close to your heels as you can. The aim for you is to keep your feet flat as well. So if you have to move your feet away from the wall, then do so. So if you're sitting down now, I'm going to start the time. We're going to go for 5 minutes, alright? So yes, starting. Okay, so 5 minutes. Now I like this. This has really helped me being able to open up the hips and not feel so jammed up in there. It means that I can actually do some squats where I never used to be able to do that before. Or I was doing squats, but it kept grabbing and grinding. So I was being stubborn until the body booted me and said, don't be so bloody stubborn. So yeah, so sitting in a Hindi squat, I did the 30-day challenge, squat challenge, 30-minute squat challenge, which was for 30 days, and you had to squat or sit in this position for up to 30 minutes. So it didn't mean 30 minutes on the trot, unless if you could do that, and that'd be bloody amazing. But I started, and yeah, I popped out about 10 seconds, and then I had to do 30 minutes worth of that. So shitballs, it was hard. It was something that I felt I really needed to do and needed to explore, and throughout I was loosening off muscles that were tight. I was doing other openings, so I was stretching, which I thought was amazing. Some people don't like stretching, which is fine. You just do what you feel resonates with you and works for you, and that's good. But I did find that stretching did help with me. I used the foam roller as well. I went and saw a massage therapist, all the rest of it, and even some physio. I started learning each time I ran, I would jam up in my hip. I remember doing my first half marathon, and about 4K in, I was starting to hurt my hip already. And then that was traveling, or it was my knee actually, and then it traveled up to my hip, then to the other hip, and then it was going back down that leg. And at the end of it, I could barely walk. So granted, I didn't really do a very good running training, but I knew that there were things that were going on in my hip that I needed to be aware of and be a lot more mindful when I did activity like running and everything else that I do. So I went and explored, and I started changing my running style. If you're popping out as well, just pop out, walk around, stretch out, and then come back into it. But yeah, I started changing my running style, so I started working more on cadence and learning, about not dragging. I was really kind of dragging myself along rather than pushing, and there were a lot of other things that I was starting to do, and I learned where, all the buttons that I needed to push on my body so that I was able to sit in this position. And then once I got in there, I just had to learn to relax in it and so on. But yes, after 30 days, I actually managed to sit in here for 20 minutes at a go. And I've been sitting here already before this video started for about 10 minutes because I was videoing, talking away, all the rest of it. Was wondering why my buzzer wasn't working, all the rest. And yeah, I ran out of space, so I figured I might as well stay here and try and video again. But yeah, so if you're popping out, look, it's cool, it's okay. But yeah, this is just a nice way of learning where your body is at. I just think this is an incredible position to be in, especially for digestive reasons as well. So this is a really nice way of actually getting things shifting through your digestive system. And opening it up, and I know it's the best way to open up and release. I know in the Western world it's a no-no, don't do it, don't stand on the toilet or squat on the toilet or anything like that. But I mean, here's a rant. I think our toilets are way too high and you just can't even open up. I just think they're pathetic, to be honest. So being in Bali and at the moment I'm actually loving the toilets at the lower and even the squat toilets, because it gives you an opportunity just to drop it like it's hot, open that shit up, excuse the pun, but yeah, and let it go. So where are we for time? We've got another minute to go. So how are we feeling sitting in this position? So for today we'll go for 5 minutes, and if you started with me then we're at 6 minutes, but when I started the timer we've got just under a minute to go. If you want to stay in a little bit longer, if you do want to start for the 30-minute squat challenge, it's not mine. I mean, I'm a genius, just not in that part, so I'll sprinkle some genius on myself while I'm here. But it's what if I can remember, I might put the link to that challenge in the post. But yeah, I think it's an Ida Portal one, and for me, I love it. I swear by it. I put my clients through it, and I just think, yeah, it's pretty amazing. But you're gonna, for some of us too, you might actually feel your arches. You might feel it in your arches, which is great, especially if you pronate. I pronate, so you know we want to get the arches working. That'll help get your booty going as well. And that, guys, is 5 minutes. So if you want to stay there, stay there. If you've been popping out, you may want to have a rest and come back a little bit later and get into it. I mean, it's a beautiful day behind me. I think we've got some kites, if you can see it past the sun. This area is not new to me, but I just kind of wanted to come up on a different space. So each time you have your videos, you might see 2 to 3 videos in the same area, and then I'll find something else. But you got your kite surfers around there. Sorry about the wind. Mike's just right in front of the wind there, and the road of the wind. But yeah, so wherever you are, hopefully you are well. For those that are back in Brisbane, I know it's freezing, so make sure you're warmed up before you do this. And yeah, catch you later. Let me know how you go. Bye.